Hi, I'm Samantha Kendall from Kendall Training, and I'm going to talk to you about understanding stress and a stress container. Now, basically, a stress container is, if you imagine a funnel, okay? And this funnel will get filled up. But down at the bottom, it's important to remember it narrows off. So we need to keep it unblocked, and they're going to be our coping strategies. Now, we all have stress, but we all have a different size stress container. Some of us will have quite a large container, meaning we've got quite a large stress threshold, and that's okay. And someone with a small stress threshold will have a smaller container, and again, that's okay. They're defined by all of our makeup, basically, our upbringing, our coping strategies, everything that makes us who we are. Now, the thing to remember is stress will come in all the time, hourly, daily, weekly, yearly, all these stresses will come in, and we all have stress. Now, these can be things like family, friendship, work problems, but also some positives can cause us stress. Getting married, having a baby, starting a new job. All of these things can cause us and will cause us stress. And what we find is these stressors will start to fill up our container. Now, bear in mind what stresses you may not stress me, depending on the size of the container going on, and that it's not a competition, that it's okay that you stress out by something that I don't, and it's okay that I might stress about something that you don't. Now, this container will fill. It will fill with all of these stressors. And what's important is we have coping strategies. Now, you may have some good coping strategies already, but you may also have some negative coping strategies. So let's have a look at some of those. So some of the good coping strategies, being active, having hobbies, having a good friendship and family group to support you. And then some of those negatives we'll talk about in a second. Now, what happens with these stressors is when they come in and they fill up the container, what happens if we choose one of the good coping strategies? So this one is exercise, so going out for a walk. You can see the stressors will leave us. We don't hold on to them as much. So this could be being active. Now, it doesn't mean go out for a run, because I'm not going to be going out for a run, but I do like to go out for a walk. It may even be just go sit in the garden for 10 minutes. It really doesn't matter as long as we are out and being active. Then you've got hobbies. Could be anything. Do you play an instrument? Are you a member of a group? Now we've got the negative strategies, and this one's alcohol. You can see these stressors are not going anywhere. So some of the negative coping strategies, the unhelpful methods, are drinking. Now, just as a heads up, drinking maximum amounts, should we say, is 14 units for both men and women every week. So we really need to be aware of how much we're drinking, because it will block that funnel. Other unhelpful coping strategies could be you putting your head in the sand. You're not talking about things. You're not owning up to these stressors. And it's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about. Now, I want you to address your stressors. And to do this, I want you to brain vomit, okay? I want you to get a piece of paper and just brain vomit into it. And what I want you to do is write everything down. It can be anything and everything that is just going on in your mind. And I want you to look at these stressors. And I want you to ask yourself some questions. Can I prioritize any of these stressors? Can I look at these and go, okay, I've got 2 or 3 of these that I really need to look at. Okay, great. Who can help you? And that can be a really hard question. I'm really bad at asking for help, okay, because I'm stubborn. But it's really important that we recognise that someone may need to help us with these stressors. And it may not be the same person. You may have different people for different stressors that can help. So who can help you? So you've prioritised them. Who can help you? Now I want you to look at those stressors and acknowledge and accept. Do you know what? Sometimes I can't do anything about some of these stressors. I just have to accept them. Okay, how can you accept them? Is there someone that can help you work through certain things so you can accept those stressors so they don't take up as much as your container? And then I want you to be honest with yourselves and think, okay, what are my unhelpful methods? What do I do that blocks that funnel? And then what do you do that is helpful? Do you enjoy reading? Do you enjoy talking and going out for walks or walking a dog or something like that? So make a note of the positives that you do, but also be aware of the maybe unhelpful strategies. And hopefully Do that every couple of weeks and you'll find stressors are coming in and stressors are going out. If they're not going out as quickly as they're coming in, then we need to address those situations. Is it a work issue that's going on? Do we need to seek further help? So I really hope that was helpful for you. You may already be a list maker, so please just vomit it onto that paper and have a go at your own stress container.